Yep. If you take this off the wall carefully and bring it over to the light on this nice little here. Tomorrow, day 3, day 2 of being on the island, we're going to go from here, Pelican Lagoon. We go all along here, along here, along here. Now, back in 1998, we drove the car 60 k's an hour. I think we stopped 5 minutes and then 10 minutes, or it could have been 10 minutes and then 20 minutes. But we found this colony, because if you look at the scale over here, 2 fingers is 5 k's. So if we drove at 60 k's an hour, every 10 k's is 6 kilometres, isn't it? So 6 kilometres is slightly bigger than that. So it's about that distance. So that brings us to about here, which is the crater-like fall-off area of what's its concentration park. I've forgotten the name of it now. Not Deep Creek. Anyway, this conservation park here on the end of the island, one of the oldest conservation parks in southern Abertland. And as you see from the contours here, this is like the crater-like edge here, because it's confusing between whether it was that road or this road. But in fact, I remember it was like a crater-like fall-off, like it was like a shallow dish, and you could actually walk down off the road sort of thing. And on the edge here, we found a colony of plants which were in a line with when I first came to Adelaide here. I used to work summer holidays at the Adelaide Herbarium, and on the wall there they used to have this plants of Kangaroo Island on there, and it had this thing there. It was listed as Drosera ramelosa. Now, admittedly, there are relations between Albany and Kangaroo Island, and also Kangaroo Island and the west coast of Tasmania. That's been known about for a long time. But it said it was a Drosera ramelosa, which is a West Australian species. And it was very unusual. As soon as I saw that, I thought, hang on, that's a bit odd. That's a West Australian species. What's it doing on Kangaroo Island? And then Chedo Chedick mentioned that when he was working as a veterinarian on the island, that he'd seen it down this end of the island, sort of thing. Anyway, back in 1998, I came across this Drosera rotundifolia-like plant, which is twice, maybe 4 times better than Schummetzii. Has true rotundifolia-like leaves. I took a photograph on one of the best-looking plants in the colony, and I published that, 100 copies of that, and I was comparing it with a picture of Drosera praefolia. And I did this in a thing that I published in about 2001. Anyway, it came from this like crater-like edge here, and I thought, yes, this is probably the one that is being confused with Drosera ramelosa. It's not Drosera ramelosa; it's a form of Drosera whittigrii, which is a member of the stolonifera complex. So you've got plants like purpurescens, which is found around the Albany region. You can see by the grooves on the petiole that it's probably a member of this stolonifera complex, which has quite a few members. So it seems to tie in to the fact that it's not Drosera ramelosa, it's a stolonifera complex relation, which Drosera whittigrii seems to be, if you compare its seeds and its flowers and the grooves on the petiole, basically. Anyway, so we're going back there tomorrow to see if we can go back down this road and find this colony of rotundifolia-like Drosera whittigrii plants, which are probably being confused with Drosera ramelosa of Western Australia, a member of the so-called stolonifera complex. So compared to Drosophila braefolia, which seems to be a member of the Rosellata bulbosa group sort of thing. So anyway, I just thought, do you like that? If you want to see it from the western end, or you can see it from the eastern end sort of thing. So we're going to be travelling from here, over here, up there, and probably down this road, because that seems like the most likely, but there may be confusion between those two roads, because there was a little bit of contour there, but as I said, it was like a crater-like dish fall off from the edge of the road sort of thing. So that seems to be more likely, and it does seem to match up with the distances we measured back then using the odometer of the car, and travelling at 60 k's and stopping periodically. We went all the way down this road, and it was only after the first stop off, no success, second stop was bingo, and the other 3 stops, nothing. So we were very lucky that it was the second stop to find this colony of plants. So, but we don't know whether those plants fall off down this contour, and therefore there may be more speciation down the contour, because as the seeds are dropped from the seed capsules, they fall down this contour, and slowly you get speciation down into the crater-like area of the park. So that's the idea. There may be something even more spectacular down there. So that's about it. Over and out now. See ya.